So our viewpoint is everybody has talent. We think this perspective changes everything, and strange enough, this is news to the HR community. I'm an HR professional myself, so I think I can laugh at myself when we think, because historically we used to say that only people with talent in the organization is only about 7%. We started to say it's like, the other 93% have ways of positively contributing as well. So in terms of talent, we think it as a naturally recurring pattern of thought, feeling, or behavior that can be productively applied. So everything in Gallup world is really about intentionality. So examples of talent that may give us some indications of what you bring to the party as an individual is starting a conversation with someone you haven't met before, so that's a clue. Thinking in an orderly or timely manner, that could be deliberative. Taking satisfaction in completing tasks, achiever. Consistently aspiring to be the best, the maximizer. Seeing patterns in behavior or data, the analytical. Being predictably impatient for action, the activator. What we want to do is move talents or potential to strengths, which is, in our definition, the ability to deliver consistent, near-perfect performance in a specific task. So you'll see the great intentionality and performance-based emphasis in the Gallup approach. So when you do your Clifton Strength Finder, there are 34 strengths. We categorize them in 4 areas: strategic thinking, which is the red; executing, which is the purple; influencing, which is the yellow or orange, depending on how you see color; and then the blue is the relationship building. We don't expect people to have a balance between all 4. Some people have dominance in strategic thinking and execution. Others may have more dominance in influencing or relationship building. What we do know is that regardless of the talents you bring to the party, if you have no yellow or influencing talents, you can still achieve an influencing outcome if you use your other talents in a strategic way in order to intentionally achieve that outcome. So for example, if I have no relationship dominance in my top 10, can I still build relationships and friendships with others using, say, my learner, for example? Absolutely. So the nice thing about this is it doesn't matter how unique your profile is, you can operate in all 4 domains depending on how you use your strengths intentionally. Why do we think this is so valuable? Well, some of the research numbers that you really need to be aware of when you deal with your executives or your clients. So at an individual level, in the best organizations, when compared with their peers, employees who receive strength-based development were found to have 18% increased performance, 10% higher customer metrics, 73% lower attrition, 23% higher employee engagement, and 10% increased citizenship, in other words, commitment to the organization. And these numbers, given some of the business impact around the pandemic and some of the business challenges we're facing, are quite dramatic just by working with people's talents and giving them strength-based feedback. And here are some of the clues about how we go about or start to think about workplace culture. So can all organizations expect this impact? Well, some of the research, the best organizations infuse Clifton strengths into their organizational culture. So we'll give you 2 types of examples. One organization that did a task, taking employees used through the Clifton Strength Assessment, they got a 7% increase in employee engagement. If we compare that with one organization that created a task, in other words, invested in a complete cohesive strategy for creating and sustaining a strength-based culture using Clifton Strength Assessment, executive coaching, management development and education, rewards and recognition, an aligned employee value proposition and storytelling, they got a massive 23% increase in performance engagement. So I'm just going to stop there because I think there's a dramatic sort of 2 examples here. One organization that did a task and used Clifton Strengths, 7%. Those that built a strength-based culture, 23%. Keeping in mind that over 400 of the Fortune 500 companies in the States use some type of strength-based methodology. There's a dramatic difference. if I had to ask executives, would they buy a 7% increase in employee engagement right now? Most of them would buy into that, notwithstanding that the potential upside is over 23.